2500. That's my activator within 10%. Good seal. Hi, today we're going over the components of an SCBA, how to replace the cylinder, how to clean, and everything involving the SCBA. The first thing I'll show you is how to remove this, because that'll be the most common thing you're going to have to do is to swap one out. So you have your pressure indicator here. This, if it's low, we can swap them out. We have some on the engine. We have outside, we have our refill station. You want to make sure this is off with that. So we're off, we'll loosen. This is just the push fitting, so we can pull these. Pops out. You can see there's a detent balls in there that when I pull them, they open and close. We don't have threaded cylinders here. Slide it out. So now that we have it out, you can see on here that they are all numbered. Those will be important to change in PS tracks, as well as the pack additionally has a number as well. This one is pack 10. So while this is out, I'll show you some of the components in here. On here you have your UAC. It's a universal connector. So there's that in there. It's covered by this plastic cap. Keep it protected, make sure that's on. You have your lines. When you're inspecting your PPE, this is included in here. You want to make sure that there's no abrasions on here, that they're all intact. This is electrical that goes over to your pass device, which we'll go through in more detail here in a moment. So you just want to make sure all that's in place, all your straps are in place. If not, you go through the proper channels to either go out of service or replace anything of that nature. All these straps do come off. Look in here. You can slide things out. And everything fabric can come off, go into the extractor in a mesh bag and get cleaned that way. Mild detergent for all this stuff. You can additionally disconnect your MMR. So push together, pull back, replace it to make sure that those are all intact. Nothing gets dirt in there. You want to keep all your components clean if you can. You can disconnect this completely as well out of the cup. Ensure that your face piece is intact, your seals are good, all that, and we can clean those also with some mild detergent. We'll go into the lights up here in a moment as well. So I'll reconnect this. It's important to keep it in the puck the best you can. Keeps everything protected, keeps it breathing well. That clicks back together as such. And then over here, you have your buddy breather. So it's buttoned, comes out like that. Then you have your connections on this side. This can connect to another firefighter's buddy breather. If you run low, if he runs low, you need some more. Make sure that these caps are always covered. Keep them clean, because when you need them, you need them. Get that tucked back away. And ensure that these are buttoned. These buttons like to come undone. Cool. Now we'll take our fresh cylinder, we're going to place it back in the pack. Click to fit. Lock that down, make sure it's tight, you don't want it going anywhere. So now we'll go through bits of the pass device. I'm going to slide it closer to you guys. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on. So you hear our vibro alert started to click. You'll hear some beeping. Our pass device is now turning on. So our goal here is that we have this gauge and this gauge. They should be within 10%. This is what you can see while you're in a fire. You cannot see the back of your body. You have your buttons here. This will silence it. When you turn it off, you can turn your pass device off with double clicking of this. This is your alarm. If you're in a mayday situation, you can hit this and it'll sound the alarm. that is our inactivity portion. So if you are not moving, this will happen. When it gets to the further step, you can click to turn it off. When it starts truly alarming, you'll have to double click to turn it off. Another way to turn it off, when you start to hear it, shake. That's all you need to do. Shake your hips, however you have it positioned. So in here, in our MMR, we have lights. These correspond to your air. I don't know if you're able to see that in there. So right now, we have 2 green lights. As you see, alarming, we can shake, turn it off. So we're at 5,000 PSI, so this is still gonna be green. As you go down deeper, red means get out, that you're low. Yellow means you're getting there. Reconnect this here. When turning off, let's say we're done, we're cleaned up, this will alarm if we just leave it. So I'll shake it to turn it off. I'm going to turn off my cylinder. Make sure it's off, but there's still going to be air in this line. So you take your purge device, let all the air out. That's the vibro alert. So when you're low on air, that's going to start alerting. It's going to shake your face. You're going to feel it. It means you're low. So we'll let the rest of that out. So now we have nothing left. You want to ensure to close this, and then to turn off, double click. If you don't hear that beep, it's not off. It's going to start alarming. So on your MMR, you do have an air saver switch, which I'll click for you so you can hear it. Okay, it's hard to tell, but these can open up by getting hit on something. Simple as that. It'll push the diaphragm out and it'll leak air if you turn it on. So if I click, click. So just want to make sure this is always clicked whenever you're not using it, anything like that, because otherwise you're going to be wasting your air. Once again, we'll go back to the pack. And at this point, you want to make sure that everything's ready for service, back how you want it. All put away neatly, organized, whether it's in the seat of the engine or put away for a backup pack. You want to make sure that it's ready to use. You don't want to leave it dirty, messy, low on air, anything like that. Yeah. Now, going through the mask. This is a medium/large mask. You can see there. Prior to any IDLH, you will be fit tested, so you'll know what size mask you need. Commonly we're mediums. There's many people that have different size faces though. So this is the place where your MMR will click in. So it goes in. You have straight lines and straight lines. Match those up. You click. You want your lights to be up, because otherwise you will not be able to see them. This now allows your purge valve to be here and your diaphragm to be right here. So to release, you have this that will release, and then you can spin. Now, when you're on air, it's on your face, it's gonna be blowing air towards you as you breathe. Take a deep breath in, hold your breath, click your air saver, spin, pop out. If you don't click this, when you remove it, air is just going to be out, free flowing. So, part of the mask, you want to ensure that your mesh is intact, your straps are intact, that it fits your face, that when you put it on, you can create a seal. I'll demonstrate that here in a moment as well. For cleaning, we have PPE towelettes. You clean the inside, everywhere that your face touches, where there's sweat, where there's dirt, where there's grime, where there's soot. You want these to be clean. These are up in your face, they're up in your business. You want to make sure that they're clean for you and your fellow coworkers. So to demonstrate, putting on, you want to ensure, I don't have it tight yet, but these seals, if they're loose, air is going to come out. You do not want air to come out. That is part of the reason why you shave and all that, because it's going to help create that seal. Now you tighten your straps. Make sure everything's neat on the mesh back here, because if it bends and pinches, maybe when you put your helmet or work or whatever, it's going to come loose and you'll start leaking air. So now that it's sealed, you want to ensure you take the palm of your hand, deep breath, you'll feel the whole mask suck to your face. That ensures that it's sealed. So then after use, you're done with your fire, same thing. You'll come through, you'll clean all your, everywhere that you're sweating, where your face touches. These will get foggy and gross and sweaty. You don't want to leave them like that. Okay, now for the batteries on your pass device. It will not work if you do not have battery. Check with your yellow button, click it. These lights will appear, blue, then green. So green's good. If it stayed blue, that means that our batteries are low. We would have to go about changing them. In here, I'm gonna angle it towards you guys the best I can. You have your Phillips. Just take your screwdriver. Take that out. Then you have all your batteries in here. So, just want to make sure that they're all in there, that you have them. You need to replace it if your batteries are low. So then we'll get that screw back together. Checking the batteries part of your day. Okay, still recording. So now we have the actual pass sensors, the motion sensors. They're on here. There's one on each side. They have the red sticker on our PEX. And same thing with everything else. The common trend is to make sure that they're intact, that everything is working, that they're not covered in debris, that they work efficiently, because otherwise you'll run into some problems when you don't need them.